right. What a great game for the National Football League, for the Kansas City Chiefs. To have the Lamar Hunt Trophy back in our hand here in Kansas City is a real treat to be a part of that. Appreciate all that Clark and his family have done for us to allow us to have the players we have and the equipment and everything that goes with that. And then this beautiful stadium with our fans, it's incredible. What a great experience. But we're not done. So we're not done. We've got another game against a real good Philadelphia Eagles team, and we've got a lot of preparation to go before we have a chance to play them. I'd like to take my hat off here to the Buffalo Bills and the great job that Sean's done with that group and his coaches and players. Every time we play them, it's one to store away and in the history books. It's just they're great, phenomenal games, and it's great for the fans. It's great for the league. I also like to put a shout out to the coaches, our coaches, for the job that they did, the coordinators for putting together these game plans, literally a game of inches today. And we were lucky to be on that side of it where we had the most inches. So that was a positive thing. And then for Mark Donovan and the great work that he does as our president, and Brett Veach for giving us these players so we can go play at the level that we play at. So, anyways, with that, time's yours.
Say all these close games over the last couple of years, encourage you guys for this moment. Is that part of what comes through in the end?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, this came right down to an inch, literally. I mean, that's what the stop was. And so it was back and forth. It was going to be back and forth. Whoever had the ball last was probably going to come out on the, in the lead, so in the win. But I'm proud of our guys battling like they battled. I mean, Pat Mahomes was phenomenal. Travis Kelce, their leadership, Chris Jones. I can just go through all these guys. I mean, they didn't waver at all, and that's how they've been. I mean, that from training camp. I mean, they've got this personality where they know how to bear down. They know when to have fun, but they also know when to bear down.
Andy, you go also the 4th and 1 play on inside your own territory is not typical for you guys. What went into doing it?
I just want to give you something to write about, Vahe. Now, listen, again, that's a trust thing. You have to have trust in your guys. We called a timeout so we could kind of calm the minds and take what we thought was our best play and against them there. And so between that one and that last one at the end that P. Ryan had, we had some time to kind of digest those.
When these head coaching cycles come around, Spags is not at the top of the list. How perplexing is that to you?
Yeah, listen, I have the utmost respect for him, and I know he'd be a great head coach. I don't want to lose him selfishly, but I know what kind of coach he is, and I know the situation that he was in with the Rams and all that, and you give him another opportunity, and he'll do a great job there. But that I can't determine that, and we don't have time to worry too much about that with all this going on.
The others seem to be really motivated by the chance to go for free. Clark talked about it out there, Pat talked about it out there. Now that you're in the moment and you're not immediately preparing for another game, is it at all motivating to you as well?
I think motivation's the wrong word, or I'm gonna just change that for you.
They asked him about the hype, the noise, the confetti, the history, the legacy, but Andy Reid wasn't interested in fairy tales. He leaned forward and made it brutally clear. We're motivated like crazy to win the game. Not to trend, not to go viral, not to pose with a trophy. To win. Period. Because the moment you get caught up in everything else, the headlines, the celebrity cameras, the screaming crowd, the talk about dynasties, you forget about 3rd and 1. You forget about pad level. You forget about leverage. You forget about the tiny, violent, exhausting details that actually decide football games. And that's how you lose. Reid knows that better than anyone. The confetti is beautiful, he admitted. There's nothing like celebrating with your home fans. Nothing like hearing that stadium shake. But strip all of that away and what are you left with? A football game. One brutal, unforgiving, high-stakes football game. And in this league, the margin between immortal and irrelevant is microscopic. One blown assignment. One missed tackle. One lazy rep. That's it. That's the difference between glory and heartbreak. The NFL isn't built for comfort. It's built for parity. Built so every city believes it has a chance. Built so the best team doesn't always win, the most disciplined team does. The healthiest team does. The team that survives the injuries, the bad calls, the cold nights, the pressure, that's the team still standing. That's why going back-to-back is rare. That's why chasing a third straight feels almost impossible. It's not about talent. Every team has talent. It's about surviving the ups and downs and arounds, as Reid put it. The injuries. The setbacks. The moments where everything feels like it's slipping. Some games are gut-wrenching, he said. And he joked that he's got a lot of gut to wrench. But behind the humor is truth. These games age you. They take something out of you. To win again and again and again, everything has to hit right. And it has to come out right. Then they asked about Nick Bolton. Reid didn't hesitate. Unbelievable. A great kid. A great player. Pride of Missouri. There was no fluff in his voice. Just respect. Bolton didn't just make a play, he made a statement. He represents development, patience, growth. The kind of player who doesn't blink when the lights get blinding. That's what championship teams are built on. Not just stars. Not just highlights. But guys who make the right read when it matters most. And then came the veterans. DeAndre Hopkins. Kareem Hunt. Reid's tone shifted. Softer. Almost protective. He was happy for them, genuinely happy. You could hear it. The smiles on their faces meant something. Their competitiveness meant something. These weren't just transactions. These were men fighting for relevance, fighting for another shot. He said they practically took Kareem off the couch. Surgeries. Doubt. Time away. And then he comes back and contributes. That's not luck. That's hunger. That's a man refusing to be finished. And that hunger fueled the Kansas City Chiefs all the way through a brutal AFC Championship clash against the Buffalo Bills. The game wasn't clean. It wasn't pretty. It was violent, intense, and emotionally draining. But when the final whistle blew, Kansas City was still standing. Arrowhead Stadium erupted. The Chiefs were headed back to the Super Bowl. And then something happened that sent shockwaves far beyond football. Taylor Swift stepped onto that field. No hesitation. No holding back. Cameras everywhere. Millions watching. Didn't matter. She walked straight to Travis Kelce and kissed him like the world wasn't even there. It wasn't staged. It wasn't timid. It was emotional. Raw. A release of everything that had built up over months of scrutiny, speculation, and non-stop headlines. The pop icon and the tight end locked into their own universe for a moment in the middle of chaos. She grabbed his face. He leaned into her. They said something to each other that no microphone could catch. And in that instant, the internet exploded. Because this isn't just football anymore. It isn't just music. It's two global forces colliding at the peak of their powers. Swift, 35, arrived at the stadium dressed head to toe in Louis Vuitton, red lip sharp as ever, watching from a private suite with her mother Andrea and Kelce's mother Donna. She's no longer juggling tour dates across continents. The nearly 2-year Eras tour has wrapped. Now she's present, physically there, fully invested. Weeks earlier, she was in the stands for the playoff win over the Houston Texans, rocking Chanel and celebrating a touchdown with WNBA star Caitlin Clark. A viral clip showed her copying Kelce's first down signal, grinning like she was just another fan, even though she's anything but ordinary. This wasn't new territory. Last year, after the Chiefs defeated the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC Championship, she ran onto the field again. Another kiss. Another celebration. Weeks later, she was there when Kansas City defeated the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. She was there when confetti fell, when history was written. And now history is knocking again. The Swift family showed up in full red. Andrea in a red coat, Scott in a Chiefs bomber jacket, Austin with a red scarf in support of Travis. It wasn't subtle. It wasn't casual. It was allegiance. And while the Chiefs prepare for another Super Bowl appearance, Swift has her own storm brewing. Fans noticed something strange. Her unreleased Taylor's Version albums quietly disappeared from Spotify. No explanation. No announcement. Just gone. And the timing? Suspicious. The Grammy Awards are approaching on February 2nd. Speculation is everywhere. Is she planning a bombshell reveal? Another surprise drop? Another cultural earthquake? Swift doesn't move randomly. She moves strategically. And when she disappears something, it usually means something bigger is coming. So here we are. Andy Reid preaching discipline, warning against distraction, demanding focus on 3rd and 1. Nick Bolton making defining plays. Veterans fighting for redemption. This isn't just a game anymore. It's pressure stacked on pressure. It's expectation suffocating even the strongest teams. It's history dangling like a crown that everyone wants but few can carry. The Chiefs are chasing something rare. A 3rd straight championship. A dynasty no one can ignore. But Reid knows better than to talk about crowns. You don't win crowns by talking about them. You win them by executing 3rd and 1. By blocking through pain. By keeping your head when everything around you is screaming. By making fewer mistakes than the team across from you. That's it. No romance. No hype. No fairy tale ending guaranteed. Just preparation. Discipline. And the willingness to bear down when the pressure is suffocating. The confetti may fall again. Or it may not. But one thing is certain, this isn't accidental. This isn't luck. This is obsession. This is detail. This is a team that understands how small the margin is and how brutal the consequences are. And standing at the center of it all is a head coach who refuses to get distracted. A locker room full of fighters, and a love story unfolding under stadium lights that refuses to be quiet. The noise will get louder. The stakes will get higher. The world will keep watching. But when the ball is snapped, none of that matters. It's still 3rd and 1. And everything comes down to that.